It's all right, man. I really think we need something that's a little more upbeat like that, that has like some flutes in it.
Yeah, I got it.
Doo,
My
doo,
my kid's coming over
doo.
this weekend, next weekend, to
He's
work on it with
musical,
me.
right?
Yeah,
I mean, he's into like,
he's the hip hop kid.
yeah, but I was gonna say, but he's like into like
Can you turn that one up?
the music production aspect.
Yeah.
Turn which one up?
Um.
That one.
Yeah. More. Yeah, there you go.
That's not bad though for an interim.
It's mine. So comedy vets should be over there cross post.
Cross post. Where? Where?
The little bell notification.
Wait.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. Boom. Broadcasting live from a hollowed out tree stump in the middle of no man's land. Oh, did I mess up the? Did I mess up the thing? It just
I think so. I don't know. Did I do it? Nope.
broadcasting live from a hollowed out tree
It did
stump in the middle of
stop.
no man's land. You've reached Mary with Comedy.
What the fuck was that?
Mary with Comedy.
What the hell was
I
that?
don't know. With your host James R. Freeman and Jeff Onyx.
All right, everybody. Jeff's wound for this one. This will be fun. Fuck. How do
Oh,
I get
man.
the comments on the side again? How do I do that?
Comments.
Just say something?
Yeah.
Okay, how about I say comment? Like it, I don't care.
It should just pop in there.
It didn't though. It never does for me.
Okay. So on today's show,
Terrible.
we've got you know what? Technically, we don't
They
even need
can't
the
see what I'm
headphones.
doing. can
Technically, I don't even need the headphones on. You know why?
they? Why?
Because once it's set up, I'm not going to be listening to music.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be listening to music, so I don't really need the headphones.
you'd be listening to me, and you don't need headphones for that. Sitting right next to me.
So for the first hour, we've got we're going to talk in our opening thing this week in comedy history, where you're going to find out a little bit about somebody who you didn't know had something go on that you didn't know about.
I like that. That's a good intro right
The
there.
special this week in comedy history. We're going to have the breakdown talking about Rocco and
Chuck
and Rocco.
and Rocco.
The Outpost Survival Tip of the Week, first aid, 420, something about a blunt. Don't go all into detail. Conjecture or fact.
Hold my blunt.
Something
That's
about
the name of it, dude.
something
Hold
about a
my
hurricane.
blunt.
Something about a hurricane. So,
Uh-oh, what's about a hurricane?
Conjecture or fact about a hurricane, and then we're going to reset
What?
to the second hour.
You picked a bad ass one this week,
Hurricane.
buddy. I'm a bad man when it comes to hurricanes. I used to predict them.
This
Yes,
one,
when I lived in South Florida, I used to know.
This one
for some
nobody
reason, I could
predicted.
figure out where they were
in fact,
going.
nobody knew anything
Maybe
about
9
it.
out of 10 times, 8 out of 10. What?
All right, so how was your week?
How was my week?
Yeah, how was your week?
My week was
Dope.
no dope. I would not say. My week was
You got the-
enlightening.
You got that. You
My
got that logo covering up what you're doing.
I'm so mad.
Well, no, you're going to share part of it later, right? So
Maybe.
recently, the muffler fell off of the van. It was running really rough. We kept taking it to a mechanic. The mechanic kept telling us there's nothing wrong with it. Maybe you have a little bit of an exhaust leak.
We should start a Patreon account for your van, bro.
A little bit of an exhaust leak. The muffler fell off, bro. No, I think I would consider that
You got a wire hanger?
I would consider that a considerable, problem. Considerable leak in the exhaust. The whole thing fell off.
No, as long as the exhaust is still outside the vehicle, it's not that
Oh,
big
it's
a deal.
outside the vehicle. It's like down the
If
street.
it starts coming in the vehicle, then you're in trouble.
So what I did this week was I bought another muffler and put it in myself.
Of course you did.
And a $1,200
That's
job.
that Aries shit right there.
$1,200 muffler job cost me about $150, less than $150.
Yep.
That's even buying lunch with that.
I like that though, man, because there was a time there where I was doing stuff like that, and then I met my wife, and now I don't have any time for myself.
You see, there was a time.
Not even to fix shit. She would rather get my cousin to come over and fix shit, so I could hang out with her. I don't know if that's
There was
a
a
bad
time
thing.
when
or
I
not.
used to not fix things. I would hire somebody to do it. Then I lost my job, couldn't get another job because I'm disabled. And then, you know, my
Now
wife,
you have to fix shit
I
even
have
though you're
to fix
disabled.
stuff.
That sucks.
And it takes a long time to fix something. And
It
this
does
was
when you're disabled.
this was a simple fix. It's like, how do I get that muffler to stay? Because I can't lift it. So I put a jack underneath and I jacked it up. I jacked it up on a floor jack.
Right.
And
I'm
it
with
held
you.
it up, and then I
I'm
just
with you.
put the bolt in, but it was like this. Put the bolt in and drop it, and like, damn.
Click. Then you got to click it up one more. Damn it.
I dropped that bolt so many times.
That's too
bro.
high. Psst. Click, 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 click.
So you ready for this week in comedy history?
No, not yet, man. Wait.
Okay, what's
You
your
asked me about my week.
How was
and
your
then we
week?
changed it because you started talking about the other stuff. But I didn't
Oh.
want to save that for later because I got to talk about this right now. Okay?
You're gonna talk about it right now.
Listen, if you're watching this, I want you to understand I am the fastest fucking white boy you ever seen. Well, I used to be. And I am reminded of that Toby Keith song. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
I'm not as good as I once was,
is he a rap
but I'm
artist?
as good once as I ever was.
Is he a rap artist?
Man, I was walking around knocking on doors for Spectrum, right? Because I was working for Spectrum. I can talk about it now because I don't fucking work there no more. They kissed my ass. I did not sign a non-disclosure agreement. Fuck them. Anyway, besides, I didn't file this as an incident.
Technically, you
I
didn't
didn't
work
get bit.
for Spectrum. You worked for a company that was contracted.
No, I worked for Spectrum, dude. I
For
worked
real?
for Spectrum, yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't even a contract deal.
No, it wasn't. That was the Amazon deal.
So you're saying you're gonna do this as part of this thing?
Yes, for the
Okay.
opening. We're doing it for the opening. Shut up. I'm talking. And rolling. Shh. Anyways, my point is, okay, so I was walking around knocking on doors, right? And I noticed that they gave me this neighborhood in the hood to fuck with me, right? And we're talking off of like, I don't know, Linwood and Indiana. So if y'all know where that's at. The thing is, I kind of grew up in them areas, you know what I mean? I grew up on the other side of the avenue, but my point is, my stepdad grew up there, and I don't know, it wasn't a big deal. So get out, I'm walking around, I'm knocking on a couple doors, you know, and I get to maybe the third or fourth door on the street. And this is a long-ass block, too, man. I'm not bullshitting.
Oh, I forgot to close the curtain.
So I knock on this door, and I tried to push the screen door shut, but I couldn't because it was lipped over. And I could hear somebody coming to the door, so I stepped back because it's fucking COVID, and you're not supposed to stand right next to the door.
Step back.
So I stepped
Jack.
back with a slightly cracked screen door. Now, it had the glass on it, but you know what I'm talking about, screen door, the outer door.
Yeah.
Anyway, and this little kid comes out, and I heard the dog bark. So the little kid comes and opens the big door, and then goes to open the screen door, and I'm like, no. But that was the last thing. He pushed past that little kid, about knocked that kid on his face, because the kid had a hold of the door. So the kid got pulled forward, and that's the last thing I remember about that little kid. I was gone. The dog was on me, dude, and I mean on me. And it's funny because there's like a wall. I don't know, maybe it's 2-3 foot wall, right?
You're a dog guy.
I'm a dog guy. I love dogs. Anyways, but this is a pit bull, okay? I didn't mention that yet, maybe. But this is a pit bull, and it's already coming. So it has no idea that I'm a dog guy. The dog and I haven't had that conversation yet. Anyways, so the dog's tearing off after me, and I jumped up onto this car. Now, when I got onto the car, the dog tried to jump behind me and missed the jump. And it saved my life. Saved my ass anyway.
People actually commenting.
Jeff talk more, James talk less.
Well, I'm not supposed to interrupt anymore.
Wait. Did someone actually say that 70% of the talking is not enough for Jeff? Okay, so is that you commenting as Marion Dean?
No, that's Marty.
Oh, that's Marty?
Hi, Marty.
I told you, dude. I told you he was going to fucking troll us.
No, he's not trolling it.
He's already trolling us. He's telling you to talk more, me talk less during my part of the segment.
He thinks I'm awesome and he thinks you're a dick.
He doesn't even know me.
Well, okay.
He's just mad because he tried to pimp Chris Pine, and I showed up and he was videotaping him and cross-dressing. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm late one time.
Don't
and
bring
you
that.
motherfuckers start doing that shit?
Don't bring that. Don't bring that. Ain't nothing.
And I'd still say it was fucking hilarious, but that's not what we were there to do, damn it.
Okay.
And he ain't liked me since then, even though I wrote the 9/11 joke, the 10-minute 9/11 joke for his ass and everything. Ungrateful. Young people, man. You know what I mean? Love you, Marty. Love you, man.
He's like straight and narrow now.
I still remember that damn joke about with tampons.
Nunchuck.
They leave battle wounds.
Battle wounds. That's a great joke.
Anyway.
Okay, so this week, this week in comedy history. So he got attacked by a dog.
Okay, so anyways, the pit bull chased me. I jump on the car. The pit bull missed, and there's like the wall that I was telling you that I jumped from to get onto the car. He landed in between the car and the wall. Then I jumped from the car over the fence in the neighbor's yard. And then the dog went around, and when he went around, he went up to try to get up onto the fence.
Oh.
And then I hopped the fence on the other side and took off. And I went all the way down the street, dude, hauling ass. This dog chasing me.
There were a lot of comments.
Oh my God, dude, it was crazy. So anyways, so the dog, I didn't know the dog was still on me because I crossed the street and the dog did not. What I didn't know was the dog knew somehow what the hell I was doing and was coming across the street here. So I had cut back and I ran maybe 4 or 5 houses down before I saw the dog coming out of the corner of my eye. So I booked it up onto this porch and it had a chair on the porch. So I was standing right next to this chair. I was going to hit the fucking dog with the chair when I see the dog's owner come towards the dog. And she's pissed, right? Hollering at the dog. You get your ass over here. Get over here. Get over. I don't even know the dog's name. That's how fucked up this was. And I'm huffing and puffing and coughing because I'm 46 years old. And I ain't ran a street block since I don't know when, dude. Right? But I outran this dog. I'm not bullshitting. And I got up on the porch, and I guess the dog didn't want to come on the porch. And you know I ain't coming off the porch. And she finally came over to get the dog. Well, she went to grab the dog, and the dog turned around and kind of nipped at her, and then took off for the house. She's like, I don't know what's wrong with you. What the hell are you doing? I said, ma'am, that is a pit bull, and I'm a stranger. What the fuck do you think he was doing?
He's protecting.
He's doing his job.
You need to scroll down.
It don't make it any easier for me.
No. Use the mouse. Use the mouse. All you have to use is scrolling with the mouse.
Why is the pit bull coming? Nah, you're all right. Did you say he became a Christian?
No. He's like
I was gonna say
got
that
a
didn't sound like
job
Marty.
and taking care of himself, taking care of his
known that
kid,
motherfucker for years.
taking care of all his shit.
That's good, man.
He's adulting.
He's adulting. I was just thinking.
He's totally adulting.
Well,
awesome.
good for you, Marty. I'll have you know, I still haven't learned to adult properly. So.
All right, so this week in comedy history.
It's okay.
March
I'm good in
29th.
bed, so my wife still loves me.
This week in comedy history, March 29th through April 4th.
All right.
March 29th, 1961. Oh, wait, we know what? I'm going to do this. Right here. Boom.
March 29th. That's Aries, ain't it?
Look.
March 29th.
March 29th,
All right, so we're into Aries now.
1961.
All right. I love me some Aries. I had a motherfucker.
Amy Sedaris was born, best known for her role as Jerry Blank in Strangers with Candy. You might not know, as a teenager, Amy worked at a local Winn-Dixie in Endicott, New York, where she would make fake announcements over the store's candy.
I love her already.
The head cashier got mad and threatened to fire her,
Mm-hmm.
so she got even with her by egging her car, where she actually...
Can I say something about Amy's? And if you're an Amy, I apologize in advance. But the one thing that I learned from my experience with Amy's is that the name Amy is synonymous with crazy bitch.
Crazy bitch, yeah.
Now, usually the sex is worth it, but that does not mean she's not crazy.
Yeah. March 30th,
All right.
1958, Maurice LaMarche was born, known for his stand-up comedy in Canada.
Oh,
and
you got pictures of the dudes this time.
he's the voice of Egon in the animated series The Real Ghostbusters.
The world's greatest producer.
You might not know,
That's right.
he started doing stand-up in high school during a variety night at their high school, where he
Okay.
impersonated various celebrities and cartoon characters, depicting them as waiters.
So he said it was for the school kids, but it was really for him to show his talents.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I mean, he was one of the kids, though.
Yeah, but still, you said he
Oh, here's a good one. Ready?
organized it? No.
March 31st, 1971, comedian Jeff Onyx was born.
Nuh-uh. March 31st, is it?
Known as a hack comedian and a singer and a magician. You might not know he was one of the only comedians in history to be banned from Stanford & Sons at the Legends for 6 months.
Free Jeff Onyx. Free Jeff Onyx.
It's because I told an abortion joke.
You did more than that, dude.
And the lady,
you did more
the lady
than
got
that,
pissed off,
bro.
and I was like,
You told a series of jokes with an abortion on a coat hanger as your ventriloquist dummy. Let's be honest.
And
hey,
then,
if you're listening to this, let's be honest. I mean, he kind of earned.
that banning.
Well, I don't know about a banning, but,
No, but she's like,
certainly earned a stern talking to.
This lady, you can hear audibly, what the fuck? And I'm like, man, I'm sorry you still feel guilty.
Ma'am, I was almost an abortion. I identify it.
I said to her, I'm sorry you still feel guilty about the abortion that you had. If you'd like to meet with me after this show, I can help you find Jesus. I can help you get right with Jesus. And she freaked the fuck out and wrote a letter.
Oh shit! Are you surprised?
Okay, wait.
Fuck, dude,
you also might not know that Jeff Onyx's mother, while she was pregnant with Jeff, fell down a flight of stairs, got kicked in the stomach by a horse, and then Jeff was born during the 1971 earthquake in California.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Start over.
That's me.
She fell down the stairs, got kicked in the stomach by a horse.
Yes.
Looking for dents.
My mom said that if I would have been born like a few hours later, I would have been a joke. She goes, but you're still a joke.
Because you were born now, you're telling jokes.
You're still a joke. Oh, let's see. April 1st, 1973. April 1st, 1973, Christian Finnegan was born. Known for his time as the original panelist, or one of the original panelists on VH1's Best of the Week, or Best Week Ever. You might not know, back in 2013. Huh? What?
Isn't there a Brian Finnegan?
I don't know. You might not know, back in 2013, he started a podcast called Audio Spackle. Audio Spackle. That guy right there, Christian Finnegan. Okay. April 2nd, 1981. Kapil Sharma was born. He's known as the Indian, or he's known for his Indian stand-up comedy. Dothead Indian, not Featherhead Indian.
Not like us, right?
Yeah. You might not know anything about this guy because you don't hang out in India. But you might not know he was voted the most popular Indian personality of 2016.
Brian Regan.
In April 2016.
Brian Regan, that's the guy's name. I'm sorry.
So that guy.
I interrupted.
Yeah, it's okay.
Now we're even.
April 3rd, 1961, Eddie Murphy was born.
No.
Known best for his raunchy stand-up comedy and his time on SNL, and him being an actor and being in the Shrek movie and all kinds of stuff. So this guy's like really famous.
Forgot singer.
You might not know. Okay, you might not know that the wrong brother died. You hear that?
What?
The wrong brother died. Charlie Murphy died.
There's something wrong
Charlie
with
Murphy
me.
was way funnier.
No, Charlie Murphy was not funnier. And you know how I know that? Because Eddie Murphy used to do a great impression of his brother, dude. Cracks me up.
There's a couple you might not know. You might not know that Eddie Murphy's dad, Charles Murphy, was an amateur stand-up comedian and an amateur actor.
What?
And then worked some odd jobs and stuff. But when Eddie Murphy was 8 years old, his dad was had an affair with a lady who stabbed him to death. Yeah, he was stabbed to death when Eddie Murphy was 8 years old.
By the lady he was having sex with while they was having sex?
No. And Eddie Murphy said in an interview, it's one of those, if I can't have you, no one can kind of thing.
What the hell?
If I can't have you, no one can.
And honey, if you're watching this, if you're paying attention, That scares the crap out of me. I watched, what was that movie? With
Burning
Michael
Bed?
Douglas and
Oh, Fatal Attraction.
Mr. Glenn Close with the almost boobies.
We're not even done, though.
Oh, sorry.
April 4th, 1928, Estelle Harris was born. Known best for her role as Estelle Costanza on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
You might not know that her father and her mother owned a candy store in Manhattan, New York.
I explained it. I mean, yeah, that's interesting.
So that was This Week in Comedy History. Boom.
Yahoo!
Time for the breakdown, shakedown. Boom. The breakdown.
Isn't that funny? I did Beverly Hills Cop last week.
You did.
Crap. If I had just waited one more week,
You could have done something.
could have done something cool.
Each week you do it, and I go, you could have done something better.
Yeah. Y'all think that's a joke?
I was thinking we could change this to the deep dive, but you never go into a deep dive.
I don't deep dive. I break down, shake down.
Damn. Dude, I could do some deep dives on all kinds of movies.
Break down, shake down.
So what are you breaking down?
Busted. All right, so this week I was watching a movie that I've been on this kick with like the 70s and 80s movies and whatnot, bringing them back, checking them out. I'm about ready to try A New Hope, which is the original Star Wars, which was actually episode 4.
Do you have a VHS player?
I do, and I have the original Star Wars trilogy on tape.
I've got all of them
somewhere.
The massive original box set.
Really?
Yeah, the original.
You might have to let me hold that so I can show it to the kids.
In addition to that, the box set has some scenes that have been changed.
Oh crap!
It's because the new ones.
Mandela effect.
No, they digitally edited out some of the actors to make them match.
Sorry. All right, so breakdown. All right, so I've been on this kick, right? But I've been watching movies that my wife didn't really watch because she wasn't born until 1984. So when she watched these movies, she watched them on regular TV. They were cut to hell. None of the good cuss words were in it. None of that stuff. So anyways, so we named this part Chuck and Rocco. Okay? Because I watched the Rocky series through 4. I did not watch 5 yet. Or Rocky Balboa. Otherwise, I would have called the section Rocky Balboa. Anyways, so the reason it's called Chuck and Rocky is because we're watching Rocky, and my wife is like, "Oh, this is totally unbelievable. This would never happen."
There.
And I said, "It's funny you say that, dear, because guess what? This shit really happened.
It was based on a true story.
It's based on Chuck Wepner fighting Muhammad Ali." This is the true story. Chuck Wepner, who was kind of a journeyman fighter, but he was pretty good. As a fighter, he was tough, so he could always hang in there. What?
It was an episode of Quantum Leap.
You're an asshole.
It was.
You're an asshole.
It was an episode of Quantum Leap.
Okay, sure, that was before Rocky. I apologize. That was before 1977. All right. So, Mandela effect. They changed Rocky, apparently.
Okay, what's the rest?
All right. So, anyways, it was based on a real person, Chuck Wepner, who I believe was actually from Philadelphia. But he was a tough fighter. He went 15 rounds with Muhammad Ali. And he got beat up pretty good, but he made it through the 15. And so the first movie was based on something that actually happened, which Sylvester Stallone fictionalized and did a wonderful job bringing the story to life, right? And apparently he worked with Chuck during the filming of the movie, so he was aware of Chuck Wepner and he got Chuck involved. So all I've ever heard about Sylvester Stallone is how he was great to work with and all these other things. And he wrote and directed every last one of those Rockies. So the first one was based on a real event. The second one was based on probably a thought of his, what would happen if the guy had actually won. But you can't go back and redo the first one. So you have to kind of imagine him winning in the second one. And I like the way he did it too, because it seemed like, he wasn't going to win. So he did a really good job with that. Anyway, so we watched it, and my wife was like, oh, yeah, that's totally unbelievable. I was like, oh, it's funny you say that, because that happened. No, I was like, yeah, and I think they made some kind of movie about that.
Yeah.
With Liev Schreiber.
There.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a Netflix movie or something, Netflix original. So, yeah.
Why did they put headphone jacks on the bottom of the phone?
Huh?
When they put the charging ports on the bottom of the phones, they end up messing it up. Oh, here's the new thing. Push the red button.
What's that? I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it.
It stops on its own. That's
when I hit pause.
What about this one? Or what about this one? Oh no, this one. How about that one?
No, I'm gonna ding the bell. The one-eyed yellow bell.
How about that one?
I like that one. But no, I'm gonna ding the bell when I'm done. So it's your turn. I don't know what you got.
Why did they put headphone jacks and charging ports on the bottom of the phone like that? Because when you hold your phone,
I know
it bends, it cracks, it
stupid, isn't it?
It is stupid.
And they got engineers with all this, like, ergonomics, and they do all these other little tests and whatnot.
Boom.
To get the phone, and it's like
Outpost Survival Tip of the Week.
Sorry, was I ranting a bit?
Outpost Survival Tip of the Week is first aid kits. Here's one of the first aid kits.
Your phone or mine?
I don't know. Here's one of the first aid kits. Let's do the top down. Put
one of the first aid kits.
Put your top down.
Is that what you're saying?
First aid kits. Okay, so there are a bunch of different first aid kits that you could get. This is a really cheap first aid kit that you added different stuff in there. Like I added extra bandages and things in there, but
butterfly stitches probably a good thing to add.
Well, in most first aid kits, they have just the generic stuff like band-aids and what do you call it? Yeah, butterfly stitches and stuff like that.
Right.
And this one has a compass in it also, but they'll have different like alcohol swabs and stuff like that. Keep a first aid kit in your vehicle. Keep a first aid kit in your bug out bag. If you have a bug out bag, keep a bunch at your house, multiple ones. But I would recommend that if you go to like Walmart and buy one of these and it has pre-packaged stuff in it, go through the pre-packaged stuff, familiarize yourself with all the items that are in it. If there are things in it that you'll never use or don't know how to use, either learn how to use it or get rid of it. And then put stuff in there that you can use, that you know how to use. I am the world's greatest dad and world's greatest husband.
For today, that was the agreement. He can have it today. So what is that? Is that a flying cockroach?
That's a moth. So I got this
That is not a moth, dude.
Got this for Christmas from my wife.
What the fuck is that? That is not a moth.
That's a moth.
It's not a moth. I'm telling you.
I got this from my wife for Christmas.
All right.
This has in it here, I'll put it on the top down so you guys can see it.
Bite and sting kit.
And sting kit. So if you get bit by a snake or stung by anything, scorpion, spiders, whatever, you can
something you can think about. I got stung on the tip of my nose by a black wasp. Okay, let me just say, I don't like wasps, but black wasps are mean. They're aggressive. And I got stung. Pow! Motherfucker hit me right there. And my mom took some meat tenderizer and mixed it into a paste and put it on the end of my nose. And 20 minutes later, it had drawn all the poison out. If you want a bite and sting kit, add meat tenderizer to it.
The sting kit is an extractor. All it is an extractor. It extracts the poison.
I'm sorry, isn't that what I just said?
Oh.
Meat tenderizer does? Am I confused?
No, but this is actually a device.
Yes, I hear you.
That sucks the stuff out.
I hear you.
See? Sucks the stuff out, and it has different size things to suck different size things out of it.
Yeah.
It also came with one of these.
I don't know if it matters. Yeah.
Name them what it is.
Oh, that's the entry exit wound stuff.
It's to help the, like, if you get a sucking chest wound, you can use that on it.
Yeah.
I keep this with my gun, my rifle. It also has one of these.
This is my rifle. This is my gun.
This is a one-handed tourniquet.
This is for fighting. This is for fun.
And it also has emergency
Sound
compression gauze.
Yes.
So that first aid kit had some really awesome things in it.
Break it on down.
But I got something.
Break it on down.
I got something for Christmas from.
Break it on down.
I got something from something. Somebody gave me something for Christmas.
Come on.
But I didn't get it until my birthday because I don't see my kids very often.
It's because they're all grown up, man.
My daughter Joni
fly the coop.
got me this.
Mine are 6
This
and
first
7
aid
years or.
So my wife got me the
Youngest
black
is what,
one.
16.
My wife got me the black one, and I'm thinking, was there is there something I need to know about sucking chest wounds? And my wife getting me these gunshot things. Anyway, so my daughter got me this one, and this one has like, you can Velcro it to your bug out bag or gun bag or whatever. I'm keeping this one with my bug out bag and the other one with my gun bag. But this one has a lot of stuff in it.
Wow.
It has a flashlight. Oh, here.
Top down.
Top down. Well, they can't see it. It has a flashlight. It has a knife. It has a rape whistle. No matter how many times you blow the rape whistle, nobody comes to rape you. The rape whistle has a compass and a fire starter on it. Also comes with these glow sticks.
Rape me. Let me finish.
Glow sticks. Yeah, rape me. It also has all these various.
Oh, see all that, and there's sting relief in there.
Well, and then this is to be connected to a different bag. Anyway.
Oh no.
And it's also got one of these CPR things and extra gauze.
Dude, that is really nice, by the way. I want to say that because I do a little bit of that stuff myself. Plan ahead. I plan ahead. I am not a survivalist. There's a little difference.
Well, yeah, and being prepared doesn't mean you're a survivalist. Just being
you
prepared.
are a survivalist, sir. I'm prepared.
So this bag has all kinds of pockets and extra stuff in the pockets, like extra, blood stop kits and
you know what that is?
Emergency blankets and a poncho, and this is actually like a mini bug out bag without the food in it. This one's like a mini bug out bag right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a mini bug out bag.
Yeah.
Okay, so
without the food.
So the Outpost Survival Tip of the week is get a first aid kit or multiple first aid kits. Put them in the various places where you would actually need them. In your vehicle, in your home. If you work somewhere, take one and put it in your drawer or your locker at home. Or
you never know when it'll save your life or someone else's.
And like I said, know how to use the stuff that's in this thing. One of the things that I don't know how to use is that one-handed tourniquet or one-handed whatever it is. I think it's a tourniquet. I need to watch a video on how to learn or how to use it, but all the other stuff I know how to use. But
well, the only reason to learn a one-handed tourniquet is you got to put one on yourself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you got two hands.
Yeah. Learn how to put that on. You know what I'm saying, G?
Yeah.
Look, somebody's commenting.
Where?
On yours. See, you need to just use the mouse to scroll down.
I don't
just
like
put the mouse
it.
See?
Oh, there is someone. Oh, there's your girl Lori there again.
Who's Lori? Hi, Lori.
You guys know you're funny when I'm yelling, fuck you, at my cabinet door that fell off that I'm trying to put back on while I'm still laughing at you guys. That's all right. I like Lori. She's all right.
Lori's all right.
She's all right.
So that was the Outpost Survival Tip of the week. Up next is...
And a big thank you to Lori for some levity.
420. 420.
What? Shit. Here, hold my blunt.
Hold my blunt. Yeah. That's actually the title of today's episode or segment, 420. Hold my blunt.
All right. So, have I ever told you that I know how to grow this shit? How to grow this shit?
Tobacco?
Yeah, the wacky though. The wacky kind.
Oh.
The kind that grows a little bit differently than the regular. You know what's funny is you probably get in more trouble now growing tobacco than you would weed. That's funny. Anyway.
This damn thing. You
Good shit right there. You think?
it looks like one of those root beer candy.
So anyways, speaking of 420, my wife and I, our anniversary is like 2 weeks before 420. So sometimes we'll throw a little weekend, like right in the middle.
Like a soiree.
Well, yeah, we can, okay, hey, we can't really celebrate our anniversary because it's in the middle of the week on our anniversary. So why not just push it back?
Wait a minute. Your
towards
anniversary's coming up?
420? Yeah.
Our anniversary just happened yesterday.
Yeah.
8 years.
Yeah. Yours was on April 1st or
April
2nd?
1st.
Yeah, it was April 1st.
Because if I'm in April Fool's,
I remember they were closed, though. I remember they were closed.
if I'm foolish enough to get married again and she's foolish enough to marry a fool like me, April Fool's Day.
You're both fools to fall in love. That's what it's all about. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Now, listen. Okay? Here's what I'm going to say to you.
420.
420. Okay? You should celebrate 420 every day like Christmas. Okay? Every day should be the spirit of 420.
Well, it's like Christmas with Easter. Jesus is in your heart. The resurrection happens
420
daily.
is in your heart.
Who's that?
You smoke
Pick
Big
of
Orange.
Destiny?
What is it?
Pick of Destiny?
I don't.
I
Oh,
like-
Pick of Destiny. Yeah, it's
Satan's not in that pick. He's in our hearts.
Oh God, yeah. Right. No Facebooking, LOL. This is a vacation on the LDL. Okay. All right, so I'm not supposed to tell anybody. Okay. You remember. Okay, so you heard it here. Nothing is happening.
Since you and I are part
If my
Native
wife
American,
ever asks, nothing is happening.
since you and I are part Native American, isn't it insulting to us that we have to make reservations?
I know. I remember that one.
I made reservations for a really expensive restaurant, and got in there thinking it was a fancy restaurant. Turns out it's just a blue jeans type of restaurant.
Really?
I'm like, why don't I have to make and why is your food so expensive?
Well, it's not for
Why
white
isn't it
people.
$70 for two people?
You hear me? It's not for white people.
After I paid that bill, they had that jar, the bowl of candy.
Mm-hmm.
I paid enough money. I got me some of that candy.
I bet you did. How's she doing?
Is this candy here free? Just free to take? No, that shouldn't be out. You ever seen that?
Damn it. No.
That's in a movie. It's a reoccurring thing in a movie
What
or a
movie?
TV show or something. Can't remember.
Okay.
It's on something. I can't remember what it's from.
Whatever you say, Hefe.
Anyway, so you got something going on? I
What do you
keep
mean?
interrupting.
What do you mean? I'm rolling a freaking blunt. And then I'm rolling some joints with blunt papers wrapped around them to make them burn slower. Because this is like some really high grade shit. Because it's legal.
Is that bug really bothering you?
Apparently. I know.
Because that is
yeah.
definitely not a wasp.
It's definitely not a
It's
moth.
a moth.
It's not a moth.
Dude, that is a moth.
Sir.
For real.
I ain't never
What
seen
if
a
I
moth
quoted
like
the type of moth that is and told you what
hell
kind it is and
is
what it
this?
derivative from?
If you did that on the computer, I would probably believe you. Unless it was Snopes. They're full of shit.
Even if I know what I'm talking about, he doesn't believe the shit I say.
That's because sometimes you try to pull some shit on me. Like with the fucking dog tags. Oh, Snopes said, fuck Snopes. Snopes wasn't in my boot camp. Alright? And they're not going to just randomly tell you some shit like that in boot camp for no fucking reason. Now, it's possible the guy was playing with me, having some fun, but it's...
Originally, the notch
Seems-
was so that they could line up the dog tag on the machine properly.
Yeah, that's what you're told.
That's what it was there for.
The original didn't have a notch in it.
No, I mean
Tried
the
to
reason
tell
the
you
notch
that.
is there.
You don't listen to me.
The reason
My
the
grandpa's Korean dog tag did not have the fucking notch. I tried to tell you this. You
Well,
don't listen to me.
my dog tags didn't have the notch.
You don't listen to me.
They look
You'll
like-
never listen to me, Jeff.
Look, my dog tags look like that, like this. They didn't say comedy vets on them, but they were that.
My dog tags. Yours aren't real, Jeff.
I'm talking about my actual dog tag, not my comedy bets one. Anyways, you're rolling a blunt. That's all.
That's what I'm doing right now.
That's your whole deal.
That's my 420. Pass. Pass, motherfucker. Pass.
You're supposed to hit the button. Ding. Nobody can hear that.
They don't need to hear it. You need to hear it, and you're hooking me again.
No, I'm not.
Listen, man, you need to have this
It's
up
up
like
here,
this.
like this. Look,
No, put this
right here.
motherfucker up here like this.
I tied it right here.
No, it's not working because you just hooked me, bro.
You know what we need is another one of these
Here,
mics.
right here.
Look,
No, right there. Boom.
we need
Done.
another one of these mic stands.
I don't even need these things. You're sitting right next to
I
me.
don't have
Crying
mine
out
on.
loud.
Why are you wearing yours? Oh no! Don't block the top down.
My bad. My bad.
So today's conjecture or fact. Conjecture or fact. Oh, I need to get rid of the 420.
That's
Conjecture
a
or
fact,
fact.
Jack.
Today's conjecture or fact. Okay, this is actually known as a Mandela effect. Mandela effect.
Here we
Okay.
go. Here we go.
So I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions. I just need yes or no.
Me?
Answers. Yeah. Yes or no answers.
Oh, God.
Don't go into detail, because you might give information away you don't need to yet.
Okay.
Do you remember there was a hurricane on 9/11/2001?
I vaguely remember something hitting New York like the day before. Right?
On September 11th,
It doesn't surprise
like around
me.
2:00, 4:00.
I was in South Florida, so I'm
PM.
pretty sure it was not in South Florida
All right.
because I was there.
Do you out there? You write in your comments.
I'm
Let me know.
serious.
Do you remember there being a hurricane on September 11th, 2001? Like in the afternoon after the World Trade Center had been hit? Or any information about one? Okay, here we go. Hurricane Aaron was the longest lived hurricane in the 2001 hurricane season. It started on September 1st and dissipated on September 17th. It was at one point a Category 3 hurricane.
Some shit going on before 9/11.
It was scheduled to hit New York City on September 11, 2001 at 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down sometime in the morning, but I updated my information. Weather alerts were issued.
Jeff.
People were warned to seek
Way to bet
shelter.
your own info.
People were warned to seek shelter. And for more information about that, let's take a look at what it looked like. This is what the hurricane looked like. This is Hurricane Aaron. Hurricane Aaron and the New York. This is the Twin Towers right here. See the Twin Towers right there? And this is a blow up. That's a blow up of the Twin Tower. And this is the Twin Tower. So this is the hurricane. That's how close it got to the.
Yeah, like
to
I
the
said,
shore.
I vaguely remembered some kind of a hurricane or something the day before where it was raining.
Everyone remembers. Everyone I've talked to remembers it being a clear day. Not only does everyone remember it was a clear day, today I spoke with an ATF guy.
It was on 9/11.
Who was-
Look, there's no clouds.
I spoke with an ATF guy who worked in Brooklyn, and that morning he just zoned out. He took a shower, went jogging, didn't turn on the news or anything. Right when he started to drive into Brooklyn, to his post or command center or whatever, because he was one of the leads there.
For the
He
CIA.
found out what went down,
Sorry.
and he went to the site and was helping them with recovering, like helping people out of the building and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the people in his group went to the World Trade Center. They actually had an office in the building,
Okay.
but for some reason they didn't lose anybody.
You already know why. Because they
their
were
new
tipped
office.
off ahead of time.
So,
Just like them other people.
So he was saying that
What happened?
he remembers that day, and it was very clear and sunny and nice, and there was
was
no
not.
clouds, no rain.
I was going to say it was not raining.
It was nice. He didn't see any clouds. He didn't hear anything about any alerts or whatever. So this hurricane over here was moving toward New York, the state of New York, gonna hit Ellis Island, gonna hit Manhattan, was gonna hit that whole area right there. Okay. at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2:45 in the afternoon. That's when it was supposed to hit. Check this out. Here's its path.
Yeah.
September 11th,
Yeah.
it was right here. September 11th, it was right there. It was supposed to hit shore that day. For some reason, it stalled right there.
You already know why it stalled.
Look at its path. See, it's going directly for it. Look.
Heart.
You're not even looking. Look, it goes direct. Look, you're not even
Listen,
looking.
man.
Look, it's going directly for it.
I heard what you said.
And then it stalled right off the coast, and then it cut north and went up the coast.
They never know where it's going to go, by the way. I just want you to know that. Every hurricane that ever came off the coast of Africa, was from the moment it became a tropical depression, was going to hit Florida, and they called it the Cone of Death on Channel 7. Couldn't get over that. Why would you call it the Cone of Death?
Cone of Death.
And hardly anybody
Watch
ever
out.
died in fucking hurricanes in Florida.
Well, because you knew it was coming and they knew how to get away.
No, dude, check it. Okay, so listen. A lot of people don't know about Katrina. Katrina hit Florida before it ever hit New Orleans. You know what else hit after Katrina? Rita and Wilma. In the same place. I lived there. So I went through all three. Do you know how long it took them to get up and running after Katrina? 2 weeks.
That's what it is. You're leaning too far away from the camera.
Yeah, whatever.
I was wondering why you could see all the stuff over there. It's because you're leaning too far away from the camera. You can see the wall and everything. Damn it.
So, anyways, I was down there when all them hurricanes went off. And after Wilma, after all those hurricanes, after Wilma, we lost power. And one of the funniest things happened, too.
Wilma!
Because there was a thing in the paper the year before about Florida Power and Light, FPL, not replacing the power poles. And they had been using wooden ones or whatnot. And I guess they were all getting just corroded and nasty.
What were they going to turn
From
it
the
into
salty
plastic
air.
or something?
Well, they were going to do plastic or iron or something. I don't know.
Because, a lot of those wooden poles they cover in tar. I always thought they covered it in tar to keep the squirrels and stuff from climbing it.
These didn't look like they were covered in
But
that,
the
who
tar
knows?
was weatherproofing. Anyway,
Anyways,
back to what I was talking about.
But my point is that they all them hurricanes were so bad they knocked out almost 70% of all the power poles in South Florida, and they had to be replaced by FEMA and not by Florida Power and Light.
But they were replaced.
Yeah, but FPL, if they had done it the year before like they were supposed to, for upkeep and whatnot, then they would have had to pay for it. But they waited, and then all three of them hurricanes just wiped out all the fucking poles.
I wonder why that is.
How lucky.
I wonder why that is that some politician somewhere said, you know what? We'll just hold off on that.
Just wait. Just wait. Aaron's coming.
I know we
It'll
used
be
up all
fine.
of this personal protective gear, but we'll get it back someday.
We'll get it back someday. We won't need it for any virus.
Anyway, so the point of this one is, a lot of people don't remember this actually happening. A lot of people remember it being a clear day, and they don't remember ever hearing about a hurricane that was barreling toward New York, and then turned away at the last minute. Okay, so here's the question for you, conjecture or fact peoples listening right now. What caused it to turn away? Was it weather modification? Geoengineering type thing? Was it an act of God? Was it aliens that decided, what was going on? Was it just fate? And if it was geoengineering, was it that people were like, something's going to happen here in New York on this day, and we're going to make it happen. And if it doesn't happen, it's going to happen. And then they're like, enough happened. We can just postpone this hurricane. Send it to New Orleans next time.
Well, let me say this to you. I mean, there is evidence that they've been playing with the weather. And if you don't believe me, there's an accord from, I believe it was 76, but definitely in the 1970s, a UN accord, which means a bunch of nations got together and said, hey, no using weather modification for war purposes. Basically, you could, I think the agreement went something like you could not use weather programs on other countries.
Well, think about this though.
The idea being you would only use it on your country. If you're getting droughts, you would make it rain somewhere. If you were getting too much rain, you would stop the rain in other places.
I
things
couldn't
like that.
find this in the U.S. Geological Societies or U.S. Meteorological Societies.
Aaron?
I couldn't find this one. The path of it. I don't know if you noticed, but look at the picture. It says the Canadian Hurricane Center. I had to get this information from the Canadian Hurricane Center, and
That's not a Mandela effect, dude.
and
That's
look at this one right here.
That's a Ministry of Information.
I don't
effect.
even know where this picture came
Winston's
from.
back there cutting out the history right now.
So that was conjecture or fact.
Conjecture
you
or
guys
fact?
comment on what you think is going on with that thing. All right. Well, in the next hour, we've got prison rules. We're going to talk about something or whatever. I can't remember what it was, but it's going to
Gorilla
happen.
habitat.
Gorilla habitat. Woke this week. It's gonna be so fun. The woke this week part. Comedy whore, where he's going to talk about some the pathetic pet of the week. I can't remember the name of the pet, but it's going to happen. Comedy judo. Hopefully, my lady got a new phone. The new phone is a piece of crap. Can't get it to work, so hopefully she'll be joining in. If not, she'll send me a message if she can. So let me know what's up. And then if we get around to it, taking out the trash. Ooh. So, prison rules. Ooh. By the way, Pizza Shop's still a good restaurant. They have a restaurant in Kearney in the Orchlands parking lot, St. Joe in the Baskin Robbins parking lot, Savannah in the old historic downtown square. The only reason I mention that is because I still have a couple coupons from them. Couple gift certificates from them.
I never got to try their pizza. I feel terrible.
I still have some gift certificates from them, and I was supposed to go in there, but I had surgery, so I haven't had enough time to go in there and talk to the lady. I was supposed to go in there and say hi to her. Say what's up. Okay, so prison rules. What's up in the prison rules?
Well, my wife and I have been talking about what to do for the kids over the summer. And one of the things that we had talked about was
You're definitely not talking loud now.
What?
Well, look, you can see when I'm talking, it's up in the yellow. When you're talking, it's down in the green.
Is it because my mic's not up very loud?
Well, because when you're wearing the headphones, you talk louder. Yeah. They can probably still hear you. I'm yelling for no reason.
Oh,
I can actually look. I can go like this. Look, watch. Look, there. I turned it up. There, you talk now. Talk like you were.
I don't want to talk like I was. I want to talk
still down in the green. What's up with you?
Hey.
There.
Hey.
I'll turn it up now. There.
Hey.
There. Can you hear
it
now?
There it is, right there. Hey. How's that?
Yeah.
Good?
You're good.
All right. So, where were we? My wife and I was talking.
Is your microphone even on?
Are you fucking serious right now? Oh, hell. So, my wife and I were talking about what to do for the kids for the summer. So, we're looking for a house, right? So, we're going to try to build like a fort / play area / I hope you don't hurt yourself area.
Huh.
And I told my wife, I said, given the way the kids are, we would be better off just having like one of the engineers of the zoo habitats come out and build a fucking gorilla habitat. I mean, that's all they really want is to climb on shit and then fall on soft dirt. That's it. That's all they want.
And it'll be a little bit more indestructible.
Right. And then if it's indestructible, whether they are or not, doesn't matter. But if the habitat is indestructible, then they can play on it forever. Because I remember being 20 years old, still going to the park and swinging on the swings and climbing on the fucking monkey bars and whatnot. So I can see them wanting to still, like chill. Go out and back and play in their little fort. Pull up the secret board that they don't know I know is there. Where they're hiding all their little trinkets and whatnot, Yeah. Well, if they hide weed, then I'm smoking it. So, if my kids are listening, don't ever hide weed from daddy. I will find it.
Somebody was telling me they used to hide dirty magazines in their fort. I'm like,
that was a movie.
Why wouldn't you keep your magazines clean enough for the bullets to come out of them, like, smoothly?
That's good punning right there, sir. That's good punning. Anyways, so my wife and I have decided that that's what we're gonna do for the kids. Like, I had an idea to build like a 10-foot wall, and then just drill in like the little hand thingies for climbing, like they have
Yeah.
parks and shit.
Yeah.
Just to make my own fucking wall.
Yeah.
It's like they do in the army or whatnot, the wall that you gotta get over, but they don't put the climbing things on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the climbing things on.
And it has splinters and stuff in it.
Yeah. So
I know somebody that climbed over one of them walls.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you're supposed to take off that wedding ring. No, I'm gonna wear my wedding ring.
Well, bam.
Pop.
Bye-bye.
There goes that ring. There goes that finger.
Jimmy Falloned it. Anyone? Bueller? So anyway, so the idea was that we build a gorilla habitat for my 2 little gorillas, and they will grow up to be big gorillas. And they're already, the oldest is so fucking strong, dude. It's ridiculous. It's not even right. Her hands are huge. Her feet are huge. That kid, she's gonna be some kind of athlete. But she does the monkey toes thing like I do with my feet. Like, I can grab shit with my feet and do all that.
Is it like looking at puppy paws? You
crazy,
can tell how
man.
big a dog's gonna be by its paws. Like
Yeah,
a puppy, like that.
exactly. Like, looking at her feet, I'm like, I don't care how tall you're gonna be, you're always gonna have good balance. Those things are huge.
Yeah.
Dude, she's 7 years old and she's already pushing the ones. So she's already like, should we buy any more ones? Her foot's getting too big for them. 7 years old. Crazy. 65 pounds, that little son of a bitch weighs, bro. 65 pounds.
Daughter of a bitch.
I love her. She's something special, man. God,
Is she
I
special?
feel sorry for when she figures out how strong she is. She's got, like, the old school we used to call retard strength.
Yes.
She's got that kind of strength.
That's what I said. She's special.
Yes. But she's not, but she's very smart.
But
she's just,
what was I gonna say about
like,
that?
when she gets mad, she goes Hulk, dude. It's crazy. So if they're gonna act like gorillas, I'm gonna treat them like gorillas. We're gonna grow banana trees and everything. Watch.
I'm trying so hard not to interrupt you. I don't even know what. Oh, there it is. Hey, when I was on staff at a church in Texas, I was working in the youth department and different departments in the church, and they did a fundraiser to redo the playground for the kids.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because they had sand in the playground area and tires, just tires, and they're like tires on a swing and different tires or whatever. Well, in Texas,
right.
snakes and scorpions like to live in them tires.
Yeah. So you got to kick the tires,
and they like to dig in the sand. So they were like, "How can we do this where it's going to be safe for the kids, and not hurt, not encourage animals to go in there, right?"
Yeah.
So they built this giant pirate ship, mostly made
because scorpions don't like pirate ships.
Made mostly of cargo netting, and then on the ground they did like some like foam type material, and over the top of that they put like that hard pack foam, sort of.
Okay.
And then over the top of that they put shredded tires, but not, it didn't have the metal in the tires. You know what I'm talking about? Just has the tread from the tires without the metal in it.
Sure.
So they chopped that up
without the belts, steel belts, or whatever.
It was really dirty all the time because it's rubber.
Yeah.
It's black rubber.
Yeah.
If the kids ran around in that with no shoes on, their feet would get all covered in black and stuff like that. But so me and the other people in the youth group, okay, I was like 20 something at the time. And we go out there and we decide we're going to play lava tag on this pirate ship. So you know what lava tag is?
It's where you
can't touch the ground. Yeah. So we're playing lava tag, and me with my autism type of thing, I had no clue. I was almost like Adam Sandler in Dodgeball, where he was actually throwing the ball hard at the little kids. And he did that for real, by the way. He actually took the dodgeball and threw it at the little kids and made them cry. And the parents.
You mean in Billy Madison?
Billy Madison.
Gotcha.
He was playing the dodgeball scene in Billy Madison. Gotcha. Yes. They had to sign waivers. The parents had to sign waivers that it was okay for their kid to be hit. And when the kids got hit and were crying on camera,
that was real.
That was real. Because he's like, I'm going to hit these kids. I'm going to. Because if
'Cause
we're going to
he's
play
an
dodgeball,
asshole.
we're going to actually play dodgeball, and one of them kids is going to get hit in the face. And their parents are like, okay, go ahead. And they
Yeah.
signed off on that. Anyway, point being, we're playing lava tag. Jumping from side to side, and jumping from rope to rope and just swinging around it, right? And I was hardcore, like, you can't catch me type thing. And I'm playing against like teenagers, and then these little kids wanted to play, and I'm like, yeah, you can play. I jump off the top of one of these things onto the cargo net below me, and I land perfect, right where my feet hit it.
Yeah, but the other
That
kid...
little kid was on it and goes up in the air. But he kept his hand on one of them. But the other hand wasn't. It looked like a bucking bronco. It was great.
He almost died. It was so great.
It was so awesome. Nobody got hurt though. It was really weird.
Died, but it was almost...
You know how long that pirate ship lasted? 6 months, and then they had to take it out.
Because it was so dirty.
Because it was so dirty, and also because the little kids don't know how to climb on cargo nets. So they were like, can't we just like put a slide in here? Well, somebody might slip and fall. You're telling me that it's safer to climb on the cargo net than it is to swing or just to go on a slide?
Hilarious.
Remember jungle gyms and monkey bars?
Yeah.
They removed jungle gyms and monkey bars from all these places
Because it's dangerous.
because they're too dangerous. Whatever, man. Okay, that was okay. Woke this week. That was I don't have a thing for woke this week. Woke this week. Here we go.
Woke.
Woke this week, or who's been canceled, what's been canceled, or who's woke. So who's woke? Delta Airlines is woke this week. Delta Airlines. Apparently, Delta Airlines doesn't want any money from any conservatives or anybody that believes in the Constitution because they're starting their crap, basically saying a whole bunch.
You
of
know
stupid
why they
stuff.
call it the GOP? Republicans are the GOP, the General Operating Party, because they are the original constitutionalist party.
Constitutionalist.
Hence, the word Republican
Because
comes
it's a
from
republic.
republic, not democracy. The
'Cause we're not a
Democrats want us to believe it's a democracy so they can install their socialism.
But even if it's a
But
democracy,
it's not.
think about this. If you
Drives
think
me
we live in a
crazy.
democracy, and in California, when you guys were trying to push gay marriage, okay, we're not debating that, right? I'm just saying history. You were pushing gay marriage, and then it went to court, and people voted it down. Okay, so
Then
they voted
pitched
it
a
down.
fit.
Then you all pitched a fit, and then it went to court, went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court overruled
The vote.
the Democratic vote. So you're okay with the Democratic vote unless the Democratic vote doesn't go your way. Then you want to change it somehow with some other republic.
Oh,
way
let's
of
vote.
thinking.
Let's do this fair. We lost the vote. Well, that's not fair. We need a new vote.
This isn't new, but I didn't do it yet, so I'm throwing it in there. Coke is woke.
Coke is woke, yo.
Coke is woke. Be less white. They had that in their training material. Be less white. So,
Luckily, I'm not white. I'm mixed. But for the white people, this sucks.
So what you hear? Here's one thing I heard today. A lot of people are wanting to boycott these companies. Here's a novel idea. It's called a boycott. What you do is, whoever you don't want to buy something from, find an alternative product that is sold by a competitor that believes in the Constitution,
Oh God.
and then buy
Good
it
luck
from them.
finding that.
Buy from them. Okay.
Maybe go on to some of these veteran companies. There's a lot of different kind of veteran companies now that do stuff.
This
There's
next
the coffee company. There's the
Yeah.
gun company. There's the
Yeah.
clothing company.
one, there's a pillow company.
There's the pillow company. My Pillow. It's my pillow.
Okay, this next one I didn't really do any research into it because as soon as I heard about it, I was like, this person doesn't need anybody. You gotta scroll down, bro. Just use the mouse and just hit the scrolly button. There.
Why doesn't it scroll? I'm sad. I gotta go after work in the morning.
Bye.
Oh, bye, Lori.
Okay, so this next one I
Jeff
didn't do
and I
any
are the same age. You know that means I'm older than you too, right, Lori?
You're not
Okay.
older.
Yes, I am. I'm older than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I just turned 50.
You did not. You're so shit.
I just turned 50.
You do this all the time.
No,
dude.
for real. I just
Time
turned
to
50.
turn around. You're adding a year here.
No,
adding a year there.
I just turned 50 for real.
You know,
I was born in 71, the 71 earthquake, California.
you were not really born in 71. That's
Yeah,
just
I was.
a joke, right?
No, for real. I look younger than you and have better hair than most of my
You
friends.
definitely do not look younger than me.
I have better hair than most of my friends, and
Just
I keep
not
telling
me.
Melissa, I keep telling Melissa, I think I'm losing my hair. I think it's thinning. She's like, shut the hell up. Your hair is totally fine. Okay.
See my hairline? It's been like that forever.
Some U.S. Olympic participant.
Well, actually, yeah, I don't have the widow's peak.
Some Olympic participant on the U.S. Olympic
Still
team.
got most of my shit too. Anyways, go again.
Some participants on the U.S.
Wait.
Have you heard of this?
Now.
Some participants on the U.S. Olympic team decided to do the bend a knee thing because of social or racial injustice and all this social injustice or whatever. Representing the United States of America at the Olympics, but won't want to stand during the national anthem.
Kneeling during the national anthem.
Okay,
you dumbass.
You're not representing yourself at the Olympics. You're representing your country. You're representing the United States. You're there representing.
Yeah. But they don't want to protest and not go.
You're there representing American.
Let's not protest the war crimes and the frickin' murders going on in China. No. Let's go over there and party, but let's just kneel during the national anthem so we can tell everybody how great we are.
You're there to
Idiots.
exhibit and express and be an example of American exceptionalism. How well you can do. And it's not some racist Nazi supremacy thing. If you think you're an awesome athlete, go out there and be like, I'm an awesome athlete and I represent my country. America. I represent my country.
Let me clue y'all in on this, okay, woke people? Nobody likes that there was a bunch of slavery in this country. None of us have ever owned a slave. So to tell the people nowadays that white people are racist because they used to own black people back in the day, it'd be like saying black people are racist because the Moors enslaved all those white people back in the day. See, people don't understand. This is not a white, black, we own people. Black people owned black people. White people have owned white people.
Every race Hispanic on this planet has owned slaves. Every race on this planet.
The Aztecs, rather than just enslave their subjects, what they did was breed them to be smaller people and then breed all the tall people into the royalty so that they looked like gods to the little hobbitses. See, people don't understand. All this talk about racism is one, bogus, because we're all one race. What you're talking about is special differences within the race. Okay? It's just like dogs, right?
Speciesism.
You got your pit bulls and
Speciesism.
Right? And you've got your basset hounds and you got all these different types of dogs, but they're all still dogs. We're all still humans. Okay? And I'll say this. Racism, any type of bias, let's be honest, any type of real bias is a learned behavior. Okay? It's nurture, not nature. It's just like I tell people with the cancer. Everybody thinks it's hereditary, but I would say to you, if that was the case, then these cancers would have been prevalent 100 years ago, and they were not. Okay? They even know what causes cancer because they have a list that they work from. So when you people talk about being woke, you have to understand that there's a bunch of information that's being skipped. There's a bunch of information that's being glossed over because it triggers people. And oh my God, we can't call it Negro Park because a Negro slave killed himself rather than be taken alive. And I would say to you that is the exact opposite of what an actual woke person would do.
Exactly. But check this out. Those of you who believe the white race, black race, and you have all these different category sections for these different races, you say they're all different races. That was part of Darwinian evolution that was actually pushed forward by the Nazis and the Democratic Party.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me started on the Democratic Party.
And the Democratic Party
black people
founded the KKK and was pushing this whole race thing.
Yep.
Back in the day. Did Do you ever wonder? Do you ever wonder why there wasn't a white race and a black race back in the 1800s? In America, in the 1800s, it was, hey, look at that guy with pale skin. Like, he's got a little darker skin. That's all. It was a human being. And they described people in that way. You know why? Because if you have 5 people, and one of the guys was like in the middle range pale, and there was a more pale and a less pale, and the guy in the middle is the one that committed the crime, they would say it was a middle pale person.
Dispatch, yeah, this is squad car 123. Be on the lookout for it's not a guy, it's a person who identifies as a female. But he is not black, he has a colored dark complexion of a sort, but the kinky hair, but not I'm not saying anything race. I mean, like, really.
Check this out.
It is a way to describe a physical appearance. It does not describe a person's...
Remember how people got pissed off that people were using the term colored people? They just changed around the words and put of. So instead of colored people, those same people are now saying people of color.
Yes.
They're still using the same terminology. You are still using the same terminology they were using back in the 60s that we were fighting against. And all of the stuff you people are doing,
the N-word,
you people,
the N-word,
all of the stuff that is being pushed right now by
I remember
the left.
when boy was a thing.
Martin Luther King Jr. was a Republican.
And if you were white, it was
never go for what you're doing right now.
It was like a joke, but if the person was black, somehow it was a racial comment.
Yeah. Well, that was a very heated discussion. Comedy whore.
You're a whore. You're a whore. So it turns out I am a comedy whore.
Comedy whore.
And if you've been watching the show, I go back and forth, but I think it's official now.
Yeah.
Because I could be in Branson right now.
Branson.
With the kids asleep in another room, because we didn't pull the trigger, but we almost had an actual, like, well, they were like these 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom cabin type deals for $100 a night, bro.
Yeah.
And the other bedroom was like on the other side of the house, so the kids wouldn't even hear nothing. What? Oh, it was about to be on. We was about to have all kinds of like 10-minute sex.
We had our honeymoon. We had our honeymoon in Branson
with like a pulled hammy and
8 years ago. Honeymoon in Branson.
And oh shit, I messed up my shoulder. You're gonna have to drive tomorrow, honey.
Did you bring the icy hot?
It's CBD for life. CBD for life CBD right now. That's what we're using. CBD for life. So anyways, yeah, so it turns out that the pull of doing a good comedy radio show, excuse me, was too much. So I drove the hour. I do this for you people. I don't do it for me. I do it for you.
Yeah.
And Lee Summit Honda.
Well, you can't see it. No. You still can't see it. No. There you go.
Yeah, wow. Baby! And I just blew out my shoulder.
It cleared it up. That's why we got the CBD, whatever the blah, blah, blah. Icy hot.
I'm telling you, bro, I'm so fucking sore from running from that cotton picking pit bull. Can I say cotton picking or is that racist? Whatever. That stupid pit bull who was white as me, by the way.
It's not racist. My dad used to pick cotton.
Oh my God, that dog was so...
My dad was a migrant worker. He picked cotton. So am I allowed to say cotton picking?
And now that I think about it, I know. And now that I think about it, I know why that dog was so mad. Because I got a big fat pair of nuts and he didn't have his no more.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. I'm still a little bitter. If I'd have had my steel toe, I would have just turned and kicked the dog in the face. So it's probably good that I didn't have him because I didn't even notice the owner until she was like right up on that dog. I had eyes right on that dog, bro. So anyways, so I could be in Branson right now, just so you know.
Branson.
And I decided to drive the opposite direction, an hour, with my wife, like, offering all kinds of condolences or not condolences, benefits and whatnot. If I didn't come up here tonight,
Benefits with friends. Yeah,
I love you, man.
You passed up.
I
you
truly
passed up
love you, man. I love the show. I really enjoy doing this. I hope.
My wife also wanted me to stay home tonight.
Did she?
Yeah.
Wow, man. Well, here's to bros. Bros over hoes.
My wife's gonna get so pissed off at me. Okay, so for our anniversary.
Okay.
For our anniversary, I gave my wife a Bible, waterproof Bible.
You did?
Yeah.
Aw.
She gave me a clone of Willie.
So your present was for her. Great.
No, she said it's for me because anytime somebody says "go fuck yourself," I'll be able to do it after we clone it. So, but here's the thing.
My wife wants to clone mine. I was like, what?
I was going to ask your opinion on this.
Yeah, you clone mine so then you can go and fucking twiddle yourself all the time. And then I won't get no pussy.
You have to have your member at an aroused state for 2 minutes, at least, in the mold, to get a good impression of your member, right?
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that. Once
So
he's
I
up,
normally
he's
don't
up.
have a problem with that unless somebody's like, dude, you got to do this for 2 minutes. It's like, wait.
Yeah, that's true, right? I guess maybe, yeah. Hey, I need you to be at attention for 2 minutes. Oh, shit.
Shit. So my wife's like, do we need a cock ring or something? I'm like, I've got paracord. I'll just put a paracord thing around there. And then I heard there's the over the counter type like blue pill, but it's not a blue pill, but it's like an enhancement thing, but it's no prescription needed.
Like Celebrex? Or,
It's supposed to be. You just go to like GNC. You go to GNC where they have the protein shakes, and then they sell those things there. But then my wife is like, no, but then you'll be one of those ones where you'll be at the hospital. You'll be at the hospital wondering, what went wrong. You won't know what's up, So, and then I'll be like Bubba Hotep.
Bubba Hotep.
I'll be like
Elvis.
I'll be like Elvis and Bubba Hotep. Mr. Presley. Do you remember the scene?
I don't even remember
Bubba
Hotep.
His nurse had to put ointment on him. And she's putting ointment on him. And he gets activity going. The launch sequence had started. And she looks down and she goes,
"Fucker,
Mr. Presley."
He was a dirty motherfucker.
So
he used to talk about hot lunches. That was his thing.
Hot lunch.
He used to go have a hot lunch with a chick.
So Comedy Horror's over. Guess what now it's time for?
And when he's talking hot lunch and eating fucking chicken in the limo, you know he wasn't eating lunch.
It's time for...
What is it time for?
It's not...
What's going on? Oh, yeah. The pet one. The pet one? Is that what we're doing? The pet one?
Yeah.
And it wasn't Brian Finnegan I was thinking of earlier. It was Brian Regan. I don't know why the Finnegan was popping up.
Why is it not doing it?
I don't know. Apparently, we are falked.
Boom.
There it is.
The pathetic pet of the week.
Pathetic pet.
Meets Ruger.
Oh, that's a badass name for a wolf dog.
This dog only has one picture. Ruger. German Shepherd.
I like that dog.
He's a German Shepherd. He's an adult male. He's in Savannah,
badass.
Missouri.
He ain't there.
He's large.
That's clickbait. Right
he's
there.
all up to date in all his stuff.
Yep, he's clickbait.
But if you're in Savannah,
Wait.
If you're in Savannah, go ahead and go to the historic downtown and find you a pizza shop. So Ruger's had a rough life. Been handed over to a number of people. Never known stability. The last person had me tried to make me a guard dog. That person wasn't very nice. As a
you don't
result,
have to be mean to a dog to make it a guard dog.
Ruger has a special need because he needs to be adopted to someone who has experience handling a dog that wants to be the boss.
Ruger wants to be the boss, huh?
Oh, hold on. He wants to be the boss. I'm easily controlled. What?
Wait, but it does take someone who will be stern. So you gotta be stern. You gotta let the dog know who's in charge.
But if the dog wants to be boss, it can't be controlled very easily. It's at Meshuggah's.
Shuggies, that's bad.
Meshuggah's Emergency Animals Rescue in Savannah. For more information, call 816-561-1635. And again, we're talking about
Ruger.
And Ruger only has one photo.
I don't know. I think he's clickbait. I think they get you down there and then, oh, Ruger's gone. But he died? No, he's been adopted.
He's been adopted a long time ago.
Yeah, he was adopted. Well, how long ago was he adopted? I don't know, 6 years, something like that.
He's gone.
He don't look like the other dogs though, right? He looks smart, look like attentive, he looked like probably
we're ready.
You should check the Facebook comments.
No, that was last week.
Oh, that's last
7 days ago.
You can say that every week though.
7 days ago.
This fucking guy.
You know what's funny is all you have to use is the wheel.
Oh, that's my comment.
Yeah, all you have to use is the wheel.
Shh. Listen, man, don't confuse me with facts.
All you have to use is the wheel. This next segment is called Comedy Judo. Comedy Judo. Here, before I pop that up.
I fight you.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be cool. That's a good one.
Fight.
So this is the Comedy Judo.
What the?
Yeah, but they can't see it yet.
What the? Is that a meme or something?
No, I don't know.
That's a meme, right?
Gotta be.
Well, what I'm asking, is it a real thing?
Let's see.
Is that real or is it a meme?
Brian,
right?
Pick a size. Strength has no gender. Proud supporter of Girls Incorporated. That's real.
That's real.
That should be part of Woke This Week. You're laughing way too hard, bro.
That's so fucked up, dude. That's real? That can't be real.
Look, we were seeing you and I laughing at it.
I think it should be Brody.
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 Brody paper towel. Hey,
that's one of my jokes.
That could be your joke. So we're gonna play some music.
Sure.
While we do it. We can't hear the music though. Sorta. All right, here we go.
Oh, shit. I like that. That's gonna be a joke. Good.
Boom. Oh, look, the music stopped. Oh,
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can't tell because we're not wearing our fucking headphones.
All right.
All right. So you want me to go first? Yeah. Since I already started the Brody, I went. When you need to clean a bitch of a mess.
Brody. Bitch of a mess.
And then I went with the woke this week because you said woke this week, so it made me think. Well, this week in Woke This Week, Heidi has replaced the lumberjack as the new Brawny spokesperson.
Oh, Heidi. I remember that.
Yeah.
That little girl with the pigtails.
The little girl with the pigtails, the little white supremacist.
I'm triggered that there's
bitch.
only 3 races there.
I know, it's so funny. They're 3 different races. And they only show from the nose down. What the fuck is that? And the front one's a little girl. Did you notice that?
Well, you don't know.
No. That front one, that is a young girl. You can tell.
No.
Yes.
I'm saying that you don't know it's a girl.
Look.
Maybe it's a boy. Maybe this is a man.
Well, there is a little bit of a yodel right there.
Yeah, you don't know.
But that's a little person. Look.
Okay. In an attempt to be more inclusive, Brawny Paper Towels is offering a paisley shirt cover to offset the toxic masculinity of the infamous plaid that the lumberjack used to wear.
No, those are plaid.
I know those are plaid, but they're also going to offer a paisley one.
So you can have a choice.
So you can have a choice.
If you're offended by the
If you're offended by the plaid, you're also able to get the packaging
bright.
with
Yes, that's
paisley
funny
shirt.
as shit, man. That's terrible, but it's funny.
Isn't it weird that we're only an hour and 24 minutes into this?
I know.
It's
we're
like
gonna
we went
finish on
really
time
fast.
tonight. We're gonna finish on time tonight.
So that was comedy Judo.
Hey!
And I'm allowed to make that noise because I once ate at a Yoshinoya beef bowl in California.
Yeah, I once had sushi. So.
Yeah, so
Well, that was the stripper's name. I don't think that was her God-given name. That was
Sushi?
her stage name. Sushi.
wake up, a little sushi. Wake up, a little sushi. Wake up. Get it?
No, I get it.
It's
It's
karaoke.
whether or not they get it.
Japanese karaoke.
So,
Which that guy that's kneeling for the national anthem over there, he's probably going to.
Oh, Mrs.
Japanese
Onyx
karaoke.
said it's real. Wish it was a joke. Hashtag 2021.
Wow, that's crazy. Crazy.
Wow. I don't understand that. I don't know how you could say that there's any female out there who's as strong as a fucking lumberjack.
Did you ever see that meme? It was the.
I mean, there are female lumberjacks probably, so maybe you could say that. But even then, those girls that got on the front of the brawny thing ain't no dang lumberjacks. You know?
I couldn't tell if it was a meme or if it was real. It was the boys high school soccer team beat the women's world soccer champions in a game.
I'm sure that's not real. Those girls would crush a high school.
No, because the best high school soccer team in the world is like hardcore, bro. They're hardcore.
They would not beat a professional.
Telling you,
women's
man.
team. I'm telling you, they would not beat a
Who was it?
professional women's team. Now,
Did you see
don't
the
get
handball?
me wrong.
Did you see the women's championship handball player?
I certainly would put
7 foot tall woman with muscles and giant hands and a 5 o'clock shadow.
and a little yodel.
A little yodel.
A little yodel.
And the skirt sometimes doesn't hide the danglies.
Serena Williams? Oh.
No,
the
Michelle
handball.
Obama.
Oh,
Taking out the trash. Speaking of Michelle Obama, taking out the trash.
You know, Serena Williams is not going to be able to play tennis in them states that are passing those laws.
Taking out the trash. Check this out, okay?
Just so you know,
So Fauci,
if you lose to Serena in one of those states that just passed the law that
Taking
says
out
you
the trash.
can't play a woman's sport while being a man, you could sue Serena Williams and get that trophy.
so
Just so
Fauci
you know.
recently
Sorry,
was
man.
like, yeah.
I know this is like
even if
actually
you-
important.
Even
shit.
if you get the vax thing, even if you get the jab, you still can get the thing and you can still contract it. Even if you get the jab, you can still get the illness.
Right.
The CDC came out, and the spokesman for the CDC came out and said, no, the vaccine is like totally awesome, and you can't contract nor transmit the virus that the vaccine was created for.
Which is weird because that's what if it's really the RNA thing, and it's not. Was it
Why
the,
would be a
the
registered nurses
protoplasma or whatever
association?
that? Huh?
Registered Nurses Association?
Ribonucleic acid, sir.
It's
Listen,
like DNA but RNA.
sort of. It's the casing for DNA, isn't it?
Yeah.
RNA.
RNA.
The outside of it. Okay. My point is that the vaccine supposedly was not designed to keep you from getting the virus, but to keep you from getting any symptoms. So literally the virus or the vaccine is designed to allow you to get the virus, but your body just kicks it. Right? So,
But they're saying now that the vaccine doesn't allow your body to create antibodies because it doesn't need to.
because COVID's not real, of course. How did I miss that?
Allegedly.
See how I did that?
Allegedly. So what you taking out the trash?
I did not have it taken out the trash, did I? Hang on. Wait,
Something happened
wait, I have a
recently.
note.
Wait, something happened recently that pissed me off. What was it?
Boom. I do know. I'm very frustrated right now. Okay? Who remembers last week when I was talking about talcum powder? It was last week, right? It was the week before.
Couple weeks. Whatever.
Whatever.
On a previous episode.
On a previous episode, I was talking about talcum powder. Okay? And I was talking a little bit about it this week in that they know what causes cancer. They know that talcum powder causes cancer. Did you hear what I said? They know that talcum powder causes cancer. They're getting sued all over the fucking place. Now, this is the same company that made the vaccine is being sued because one of their other products causes cancer. And that company still sells
No, they
that ingredient. No.
I know, but I mean, they took the vaccine off the market.
Oh, they took the vaccine off the market?
Yeah.
Because of the 15 million.
Last I heard, the J&J vaccine is off.
I was going to say, so check this out.
Or no, they had a manufacturing error or something, so they was not available.
Okay.
Back ordered.
So, you know, I have a clothing allergy, right? Okay. So I need Benadryl when I get into something that has some stitching that affects me.
Yeah.
Like I have a thing from all the walking that I did at Spectrum. I have a thing I'm still trying to get rid of, a little rash there. Right? So I went to go get some Benadryl. And of course, what do? I go get Benadryl. See, they still sell Johnson & Johnson baby powder with talc. Get ready for this, Mrs. Onyx.
But in other countries.
It's no, Gold Bond.
It's not a Johnson Johnson product. Is it?
Does that fucking matter?
Well, no, she's saying Johnson & Johnson.
It doesn't matter. If they're suing Johnson & Johnson and another company keeps talcing their product, they know that it causes cancer because Johnson & Johnson is being sued for that. So the fact that they keep it in their product, it doesn't matter to me that it's Johnson & Johnson or not. Okay? Gold Bond medicated powder has talc in it. Even worse, I went to go get my Benadryl, and the Benadryl, guess what it has in the pill? Fucking talc.
In the pill.
In the pill.
Why?
If I knew that, Jeff. I know.
Why would they put it in?
I have no concept why they would put it in there except that it's filler.
Some of those cancer-causing things are stupid because, like California banned s'mores at campsites because cooking marshmallows, roasted marshmallows over a fire causes them to char, and when they char like that, the char is a carcinogen, and it could cause you to get cancer.
What about the Teflon coating? They still use Teflon coating. If you cook bacon in your Teflon pan and you stick your face over that pan at any point, you can get what's called the Teflon flu. So once your pan hits 500 degrees, it releases a chemical.
You know what my favorite pans are?
If you like your bacon crispy, your pan is hot enough to release the chemical. Understand that.
Yeah. You know what my favorite pans are? Iron skillets, and they're dirt ass cheap. They're not expensive.
I know, because they don't have that shit on them anymore.
I've got like a little tiny one. I got one in medium size. I got a giant one. Yeah. I love my iron skillets, and I even take care of them after you wash them. You take some vegetable oil, coat that shit in vegetable oil, and wipe off the excess, and just put it somewhere. It could be hung up, it could be laid in the counter, whatever. We know we've been hanging some of them up on the wall as like decoration, but you take it off the wall and use it as an actual pan.
There's a little ring from the oil.
We've even got a skillet one
on the wall.
We've even got not a skillet. So we've got the skillet ones, but we also got a grill one that's shaped like a grill, and then we've got a one for like it's a flat grill for like pancakes.
Okay.
So we got one with the ridges.
All right.
Yeah, a guy took the vaccine this week and all his skin fell off.
I know, that's what I heard, but I don't know how you can verify that.
Dude, I got to tell you this. Check it out.
I'm sorry, but listen, man, look.
I run into people all the time.
How would a vaccine work that fast?
Check it out. I run into people all the time who are like,
Weird.
oh man, I got the vaccine. I got the first jab today. It's like the first thing they want to tell you. Okay, guess what? Getting the vaccine is the new vegan. Okay, you want everybody to know?
Oh no, it's
It's the
not
new
the new
vegan.
vegan, bro.
Because everybody, they have to
Something's
let you
up,
know.
dude.
I'm
No,
saying they
but
have
I'm
to let you
saying
know. They have to let you
It's
know.
part of the
what's up.
woke culture or whatever, but my point is this, okay? Something is up. Something is up.
Wow, this show is like really slow today for some reason. Like, did I not take enough time in one of my segments?
We had
Did
some
we
shorter
rush something?
segments. We had some
Because we got like a
shorter
half hour left. What do we do in a
the
half hour?
pathetic pet of the week. There was no laughing. We're just,
Yeah,
we
that's
went
true.
through a couple segments like
You want
that.
to do another pathetic pet of the week?
No,
Because we had enough time.
I don't.
Well,
I don't want to do another
25
pathetic
minutes.
pet. This is ridiculous. We got 20 minutes, homie.
We got
Listen,
20 minutes.
listen.
No, this says we got 25 minutes.
You're gonna have to do that last 5 on your own, sir. Yeah, I know. Poor Jeff. He's like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. Well, here's what I'll say to you, man.
Hey, Melissa.
If you want to put another dang dog up there, go ahead.
What
We'll
was
laugh
it that
at
pissed
We'll
me
have some
off this
fun.
week? There was something that pissed me off that I was like, what the hell? And I can't remember what it was, but it was something.
Kansas repealed their mask mandate.
Yeah.
How the hell did that happen before Missouri?
You know what's really weird? You go to Overland Park right now,
Technically,
and
we
people
didn't
are
have
still
the
telling you to
mask
wear your
mandate.
mask.
Oh, I didn't tell you my little experiment today.
Don't wear a mask.
I didn't wear a mask almost all the way through Walmart. And then I went ahead and put it on because the lady was looking at me funny. And all I wanted to do was get out of there. Right? We were just getting ready to line up.
What the hell, dude?
And the lady was kind of looking at me. So I went like this, just kind of. And then when she looked away, I was just like, honey, let's go. And then we left. And then we went to Natural Grocers. And then I didn't even put my mask on. I didn't even take it in with me. And the lady kind of looked at me and laughed, and I didn't say anything. She didn't say anything. So.
I go everywhere without a mask except for 3 places.
What's that?
Firehouse Sub, just because I respect the people in there enough.
Oh,
to
yeah,
be a
because
dick
you
to
should
them.
respect those people.
PetSmart, because we go in there and get the nails and trims done, and by those people in there, and the lady's pregnant.
So
and
you're a fair weather mask wearer.
Well, she respectfully said, I understand you don't want to wear a mask. It's your right not to wear a mask. I'm just letting you know I'm pregnant and my immune system's low. And even if it wasn't
Then
the COVID,
take better vitamins,
she
lady.
goes, even if it wasn't the
Such
COVID thing,
bullshit.
I'd love to, ask.
Let me ask you this. Did she get a vaccine? The pregnant lady? Because there have been no studies.
Man, which is now General
General Nutri meat sauce.
No, I gotta show people that.
That's beautiful.
I gotta show people.
Manwich. Oh, Sloppy Joe sauce. Or Jill. They're going to have Sloppy Jill sauce cans.
Yeah, Sloppy Jill sauce.
Yes. Dr. Jill sauce. Yes! Sorry. Dr. Jill Biden.
That's funny.
They
Anyway,
showed her doing a speech
So no,
for like 8 people on a lawn. And she's like, say su puede de buy.
so almost everywhere I
And
go,
I'm like, what?
I don't wear a mask almost everywhere I go.
Spanish.
Unless it's somewhere I really want to go to without causing a big scene. Like we went to our anniversary to a restaurant, and I wore my mask from the door to the table, took it off when I sat down,
That's what you're supposed to do in a restaurant.
as if the virus can't go over your head over the little wall next to you. They can't.
That's what people talk and talk. And Dr. Jill can't speak Spanish. She saw that too. I know Melania spoke 5 languages.
No, what I was gonna say is
Yeah.
I didn't wear my.
Downgrade. That's funny.
I didn't
We
wear. my mask
downgraded to a
everywhere.
doctor.
We went to Five Below.
5 Below.
5 Below. So
Where was that? Alaska?
Five Below the store. Anyway,
That was a Jeff type
Melissa
comment
wore
right
her
there.
mask because she doesn't want confrontation. She doesn't like people confronting her. Me, I fucking dare you. I dare you to tell me where my shit.
That's
you.
weird too because she's a Scorpio and you're an Aries. That's totally a Scorpio reaction. Totally an Aries reaction.
Well, and she's not a people person, and I'm a comedy whore. I'm a whore. I'm an attention whore almost.
You really are an attention whore.
So
I'm a comedy whore because I
there.
will do comedy.
No, even better.
But you're an attention whore.
I was wearing my jacket.
I trust Dr. Phil more
I had
than Dr. Jill.
My daughter Joni.
Dr. Phil.
My daughter Joni for my birthday got me a thing that says I'm the birthday boy.
Sup, Joni?
It's a thing that says birthday boy. So I was wearing this ribbon that said birthday boy on it. We go into Five Below, and Melissa's afraid that somebody's going to say something to me and I'm going to cause a scene. I need an incident report. I've got a medical condition and you don't let me shop in here. I want an incident report and I need to see your operations manager because I got this whole thing down, you know?
Right.
You know, like, because I actually have a medical condition. Anyway, lady starts walking toward me and I'm thinking, oh shit, here it comes. She comes up and she goes, happy birthday. Because I had the birthday boy ribbon on. And she goes, happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, can you tell me where I can find? And I started asking her where I could find certain things. She's like, yeah, it's right over there. Didn't have a problem with it. Oh, that's what I was gonna. I remembered. What do you want? So after that, we go to Baskin Robbins, and I go into Baskin Robbins without my mask on, and I'm gonna go walk into Baskin Robbins, and as I walk in, there was a lady who was sitting with some girls at a table, and one of the little girls says, "Oh, Mommy, that man doesn't have a mask," and the mom says, "Shh, he might hear you. He might be dangerous." He might hear you. He might be dangerous.
Now I'm never wearing a mask. Everybody's gonna think I'm a badass.
They're afraid of me for not wearing a mask.
I'm gonna open carry and not wear a mask. Fuck it.
Speaking of the open carry thing, okay, so we got plenty of time to talk.
And then if somebody looks like they're gonna say something about the mask, be like,
"Don't make me pull my mask out. Don't make me pull out my phone to call my attorney."
Pull out my cigarette lighter. Click.
So that ATF guy that I was talking to that worked in New York during the 9/11 attacks. He moved here, and when he first got to Kansas City to take over the field office here in Kansas City, he didn't really know very much about the whole gun laws here. He's like, it's like the Wild West out here. When I first got here, I went into a pizza place, and in the pizza place there was this young teenage kid looking guy that had a 9mm, like open, like everybody could see it. And he said, I was looking around for the rest of the bank rob or the crew that was going to rob this place. He's like, I didn't know what was going on, and I worked for the ATF, and I thought, because I was used to New York, and New York laws you can't. He goes, it's weird. You walk into a store and there's somebody with an AK-47 or an AR-15 strapped to their back, and they just walk into the store, like no big deal. That's us. Scroll down.
There we go.
To the comments.
What is happening?
Just scroll down to the comments.
Anyway,
so this guy, he's basically like, Kansas and Missouri, they're like, it's like the Wild West. Kansas City's crazy. Why would people just walk around with guns out like that? It was funny. That guy was funny.
That's why they call us Killer City.
If you're listening, Eric.
Dog.
Hey, Eric. If you're listening, I'm telling your story, bro. Because he was talking about how, like...
I don't understand. It's not doing that.
And I said, yeah, if you're going to be carrying a gun, make sure you hide it really well. You know, you have many orifices.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Hefe. He's a...
You get a trench gun. You get a trench gun and shove it up there. It accidentally cocks on the way up.
Cocks. That's funny.
Get it? You know what a trench gun is, right?
No.
A trench gun is the original name for a shotgun. Because it was used in the war to clear trenches. You would go up and you would shoot into the trenches, and it would scatter. A scatter gun, trench gun. They call it a trench gun because it was for close quarters combat in a trench. And they would jump in the trench and they would go through and shoot in the trench because you didn't need a long distance.
Yeah, I always thought shotgun was a bit redundant.
So when you see these old movies, these really old movies, and you see shotguns in these old movies.
I mean, every gun fires a shot, right?
Well, the pump action shotgun is a trench gun.
Okay. So
you see these old movies, and you see these guys with a pump action shotgun, and I'm sitting there going, that wasn't developed until like World War I. So I don't know how you're running around with that, bro. You jump off your horse chasing Indians with a pump action shotgun.
I haven't seen that, but I get you.
Man.
Sounds a little, well, not realistic.
Not realistic. Yeah. We should do some deep dives in movies next time.
Deep dives in movies? Like, how do you mean?
Okay, so in the Joker, some things you didn't know, but every time they show numbers in the Joker, it's a countdown to tell you when the Joker is going to be revealed as the Joker. So in the opening scenes, you see the clock on the wall is at 11:10.
The clock on the wall says 3
The
o'clock.
next scene, or the next time you see a number, there's a number 9. And then the next time you see a number, it's a number 8.
Yeah, okay.
And
gotcha.
it counts down.
Right.
And the next time, when the Joker's revealed, there's a sign behind him that says Ace, which is number 1. And then he's revealed as the Joker.
Is he really, though?
Well, he's revealed as being the Joker. He reveals himself. That's when he actually reveals himself to be the Joker. In the movie with, what's his name? Johnny Cash.
Biggity. Who?
Johnny Cash.
I don't know. He was in a movie.
Joaquin
Phoenix.
Walking,
The guy who played
Walking Slowly.
Walk the Line.
Walking Quickly. Walking the Line.
That's funny.
No, Joaquin Phoenix.
I like that meme, Mrs. Onyx. That's funny.
Can I ask a stupid question? Better than anyone I know.
That bitch is crazy. Listen, that bitch's name should be Amy. She's so crazy.
Well, we need to show.
And does she even know how fucking crazy she is? Look, why is it that bitch right there is okay, but Donald Trump somehow, following Donald Trump makes you a lunatic?
Look around
that
this
bitch
side.
don't
Look,
say
look,
anything
look.
normal.
Boom. Look. Boom. I can switch us on different sides. That's her right there.
Yeah. She is a fucking piece of work, that one.
Yeah, she is. They can see all the things I have up here at the top, too.
Look at that. Look at that crazy face. She looks like she's about ready to deep throat that fucking microphone, don't she? That's what she looks like.
I'm going to get that microphone.
Eat it.
I'm going to get that microphone. Anyway, so hey, if you're listening online and we get banned from Facebook, remember, you can go to KC Comedy.
Plan ahead.
KCComedy.com at any time. Click the Married with Comedy link. It'll go to a page that has all the different links for like Rumble. Speaking of that, if we get 20 subscribers on Rumble, only 20 subscribers on Rumble, we get to change our name from a stupid letter or numbers to whatever we want. So we can't do that until we get 20 subscribers. So go to Rumble, subscribe so that we can start doing that. You know, so we can actually have our real name on there and not some number.
Okay, gotcha.
And in order to find us,
that name, I'm guessing.
In order to find us, go to kccomedy.com or in the description below, and then the description, and you can click the Rumble link, and it'll go to the Rumble thing, and then you could subscribe. You have to have a Rumble account, though.
I do have a Rumble account.
You didn't subscribe yet?
I think I have.
We need 20 subscribers.
I'm pretty sure I'm one of them.
Well, I don't know, because there's 2 retarded kids at the Price Chopper that I had subscribed. They were like, what am I doing? And I'm like, you're subscribing to my channel. No, technically it was an autistic. Well, you say
retarded.
Well, it was an autistic kid who likes me and wants to follow the things that I do. And he'd been to where I was singing, and he likes. Because
he doesn't know you called him retarded.
Well, no, he doesn't care. He told me he doesn't care. I'm autistic too, so I'm allowed. Anyway, and then the other kid, I don't think he's retarded.
You are not autistic. You have asshole burgers.
I don't know. No, that's on the spectrum technically, because Asperger's is now on the spectrum. And I'm 50 now, so now I'm on the spectrum, and I need to start taking Spectrum.
That's like me. I'm on the spectrum, and I worked for Spectrum. So.
Spectrum. Yeah. Did you notice though there was a theme today's show?
No, I did not.
You started at the very beginning and you said 9/11.
Nuh-uh.
And then when I
That's
started
right,
doing
because I wrote that joke for Marty.
yeah, and then I did the conjecture of fact
Well, I wrote it because I knew Marty would probably like it.
about the thing. Next week's show is going to be tight and awesome. You're going to like it. We got another conjecture of fact that you're going to love. He's going to jump in on it because I know he's got a lot of information about what we're going to be talking about.
Chris.
And I've got a list of conjecture of fact, Outpost Survival Tip of the Week. We got a whole bunch of those going on. And we're going to be testing some new technology and getting some new equipment going on. So hopefully this whole thing will be different, easier to do. And we're also going to be testing some technology where you can be a remote co-host, where you don't actually have to be in studio with me.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. It'd be nice if I didn't have to be in the studio, but I do because there's no internet at my house.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you live a lot closer than I do, too.
Melissa's using internet, but it's not fast enough to do this.
You need to get Spectrum.
You can't get Spectrum where I live, dude.
No, you can't.
You can't get Spectrum where I live.
You wouldn't want it anyways.
You couldn't get none of that.
Did I tell you what happened? I had 3 sales in a week.
And they all canceled.
No. Even worse. They were practically begging me to get a Spectrum by the end of the week because they couldn't get it. They were in a neighborhood where they couldn't get it.
So you had 3 sales.
They sent me to a neighborhood where multiple people could not get Spectrum, and I sold 3 of those people.
And you don't get anything out of it.
And I wasn't going to get anything out of it anyways because I make salary. So I needed like 8 sales to justify my commission anyway.
Or your salary.
Right. But instead of having 3 towards that, I had 0. I sold 3 of them and had
because they
0.
gave you some messed up leads.
Well, they give you a list and you go and you sell the list. And then on one of them, I called my boss because it already happened once. And he basically pushed through to make them buy it, telling them that he would make sure everything was okay. And that he would come out and make sure that it got installed. And then this lady gave me cash. This is how much people liked me, right? This lady gave me cash money up front. She gave me almost $300 cash to get their Spectrum.
You know, that's the way it works where I live. There are people so desperate to get internet where we live that they pay people in advance to hook up equipment, and they pay for the equipment, and then it gets all hooked up, and it doesn't work at all. And then they can't get reimbursed for the equipment because they bought the equipment.
Don't even get, boy, that just.
You know how
I can't sell like that.
You know how I know this?
I can't sell that shit.
You know how I know this?
Because I know what's going to happen.
I've got equipment on my roof right now that they did that with me for, but it was a sponsor trade. So they were going to sponsor stuff that we had going on back in the day in exchange for internet at my house. It's supposed to be like internet, satellite or whatever. That satellite never connected to anything, ever. And then they were like, well, maybe it's your equipment. My equipment that you brought me? It's all the equipment you brought me. Are we going to do a pseudo sponsor?
Let's do a pseudo sponsor real quick.
Oh, BBD.
This is CBD for life.
CBD for life.
Now, it's not as good as American Shaman, but it also is half the price.
You know, I'm probably going to replace that camera because you can't.
And this is the roll-on.
You can't adjust the. See, you can't adjust the focus on it. You know what I'm saying? You can't adjust the focus on it.
I'll tell you what.
What? I just told you.
My fucking shoulder is killing me, dude.
This is what we use.
I'm never going to own a pit. I'll tell you that.
I was going to say, that's what we use for our sound
I'd have let that motherfucker run down the street and chase some dude. I'd have never come down there and got him. I'm like, that ain't my fucking dog.
So we're going to end 5 minutes early because I don't have anything else.
What do you mean? I'm sitting here talking some shit. Fucking pit bull. Fucking dog. Listen, man, I understand the dog got to do his job. But where does your territory end, you fucking bastard?
Do I look like
I'm a block away? You shouldn't even be chasing me no more, bro. You should just go back to your fucking house.
Do
I
look dangerous to you? Do I look dangerous?
I think the devil dog chased me so that I would quit fucking with Spectrum.
We might have another show that we're tossing around. It's a show about loving our country and explaining why we love the United States of America. Why we
I love that
the
name
great
too,
state of
man.
America.
I love this name because I'm gonna tell you what. There was a time where I was like Colin Kaepernick, bro. Like, I went to the Chiefs games. One year I went to 7 of the 8 home games, right? So, like, my stepdad had tickets.
Standing up for this.
No, it wasn't even that. I had gotten out of the military, you know, so I was still a little, I don't know, a little upset about how things ended because I felt like someone that didn't like me took a personal interest in me and almost ruined my whole fucking life because she could. Because she wanted to be the first female Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy. You know what I mean? So I was a little upset with how things ended and a little mad that my country, you know, didn't have my back. Until the very end where I found a lawyer who was like, this bitch, I remember this bitch. It's like, I'm going to get this bitch. Yeah, he was a retired officer. Yeah, he knew the lady too. He's like, I'm going to get this bitch.
Anyway, he took care of business.
He sure the fuck did. He hooked me up because they were trying to really come down on me. And really what had happened was a buddy of mine and myself were in a situation. We were with this chick. And in Connecticut, it's an open container law. So, like, you can drink as long as you're not driving. You can drink in a car. So we were driving around getting drunk. And her name was Lisa. I should have known something was up. But anyways, she was like, hey, you know, I'm going to stop by my friend's house and buy a little bag of weed. Is that cool? And I was like, well, only if you let us smoke some. Because we're in the military. We don't ever get to smoke weed. You know what I mean? And we're in fucking Connecticut in the middle of winter. Anyway, so I was dating this chick. And she was kind of fast-ass. But I liked her. She liked me. And we was cool. Anyways. So I was like, yeah, sure. All right. So we swing by one place. And she's like, oh, they didn't have any. I'm going to swing by this other place. And I was like, all right. Well, one more place is cool. And me and my buddy, we're getting drunk. So then we swing by a second place. She's like, oh, okay, look, I'm going to go by my old apartment. And I knew where the old apartment was. This is in the fucking hood. So I was like, I don't really want to go. Why don't you drop us off? We're already drunk. She's like, no, I'm just going to stop by there. I'm going to grab some stuff out of my old apartment there. Because she was moving out, right? I'm going to grab some stuff out of my old apartment. I'm going to go over here and grab this bag. Okay. So then we go and we're sitting there. And this bitch is in there for like 20, 30 minutes. I'm like, is she smoking weed? All the weed in there? What the fuck is she doing?
He's smoking it.
So then, like, we're sitting there and some person walks by and throws a bag of weed in the window. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? So I grab it. I'm like, yeah, that's weed, bro. I told my buddy, I was like, hey, Aaron, what's up, man? He's like, yeah, that's weed. I was like, cool. All right. So then I took it and put it back in her seat. So when she got in the car, she's like, where's the weed? And I'm like, it's right there. Oh, okay. She grabbed it and she's holding on to it. She's like, oh, well, you guys didn't want any? How am I going to smoke it? I'm drinking beer, man, just chilling. Like, am I going to turn the can into a pipe? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You guys did, like, I'm confused. So what happened was she took us to a place that had a stakeout going and bought a $25 bag, a quarter. Yeah, a quarter used to cost $25. And then instead of them giving her the bag, they had to include us somehow. So they walked past and threw the bag in the window. But because we didn't have the bag, right? We didn't take the bag and put it on our person. She had it on her person. They didn't know what to do. So then I guess she told them, hey, it was hers. And we told them it was hers. And they were like, okay, no big deal. And they let us go. Well, I hurt my hand. I got screws in here and I had surgery, which after the surgery, my hand was so fucked up, I couldn't be a cop anymore, right? So they were like, well, we could probably give you another job, but you know what? Let's just give you a 10% disability and we get you out of here. I'm like, cool, fuck. I didn't even know that was a possibility, right? So went through all of this, dude, and all this bitch had to do was sign the paper. That's all she had to do was sign her name on this piece of paper. And I was out of the military. They were going to make sure my hand was fixed. Everything was going to be cool for the rest of my life. At least on this one thing, which was their fault anyways. So then this bitch stamps legal hold without saying a fucking word to me. Stamps legal hold and tells me that she's going to investigate my whole life before I get off that base. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Why?
Well, for weeks, apparently, she decided it was her mission to turn me into a shit bag. So she scoured, and this is what she found, was that we got arrested and we didn't tell them. But because we got arrested, and the whole thing said it was hers, and it was her fault, what they had pinned on me was not snitching on her for getting arrested. Because she had an ID that allowed her to get on base. She wasn't even in the military.
Ah.
Failure to report the commission of a serious offense. That's what they tried to kick me out for.
And they didn't succeed.
And
look,
I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you what I think it was. I think the lady wanted me because I thought she was a lesbian. And then a year after that happened, she went to Norfolk and was stationed in Norfolk. And the first class petty officer that was my watch commander went to Norfolk, and they got caught banging. And she never became the Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy because she was a shyster, fucking lying ass bitch who wanted to try to step on my motherfucking head to get up. And what happened? What happened?
See you next week.
That's right.
You've been listening to Maryland Comedy
That was
with
awesome.
your host, James R. Freeman and Jeff
No
Onyx.
idea what the hell I was talking about.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye.
Boom.